Yo, welcome back. So now let's talk about composite index. Indices. Okay, so no, I mean index is singular and indices means plural. So why composite index? So composite index is also known as weighted price index. Okay, so weightage will be taken into account. So when there are more than one quantity, so let's say previously you're talking about roti telur price from 2000 to 2007 or something like that. Okay, now you have a category, let's say roti telur, roti kosong, and teh ice, and so on. Okay, so all together. So with certain weightage for maybe roti telur higher weightage and teh ice lower weightage, and so on. Okay, so if you have more than one quantity, we might need to introduce weightage to each of the quantity to highlight the importance of each of the quantity. So let's say you have stationary price. So let's say the eraser in 2000 is 20 cents, then 2010 is 1 ringgit. Then calculator from 2000 is 50, then now 2010 is 65. Okay, it's not now I mean. Okay, so let's say the price index 1 is 500%, there's 130%. So it looks like this one increased a lot, okay, but then this one the price is actually not that significant, right? So maybe for this case you would allocate higher weightage on calculator than eraser for this case to signify the importance of this calculator, okay, to highlight the importance of the higher price value stuff. Okay, so that's the idea of this whole thing. Okay, so you are not talking price index one by one now, so you are talking about it in a bunch, like together as one whole category, and talk about the index. Okay, it's called the composite index. Okay, like stock market also. Okay, in general you talk about stock market, then you look at the main board, right? How do I talk about the main board? Like you pick the highest market capital, and talk about the top 10, maybe top 10 or top 20, and so on. Okay, then that one will give you a good idea of this whole market, whether it's doing good or doing bad. Okay, so composite index is given by this formula. Sometimes the formula given in the exam, this W is a capital W, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's say you have teh ice 10%, so this one will be like 10, then this one index for the teh ice, and divided by the sum of the index. This summation here means something like this. Let's say you have 3 items, so you have W1, W2, and W3. Okay, and I1, I2, and I3. So this one, let's say W here, I don't write the index here because I don't know what's the I. Okay, so but what I mean here is that actually this summation of Wi is actually something like W1, I1 plus W2, I2 plus W3, I3. Okay, things like this. The weightage of one thing multiplied by the index of one thing, and so on. You add all of them up. Then that's the composite index. You name it as I bar. Okay, all right, no problem. Just one formula for this whole section. Okay, let's look at some example over here. So find the composite index. So you see that here it's like a category of something like a living cost and something like the stationary price. Okay, so price index is this, weight is this, then what do we do? So we want this summation, right? Okay, so if you previously don't know how to do it, so let's see how we do this summation. Okay, we take this one multiplied by this one, plus this one multiplied by this one, plus this one multiplied by this one, then divide by the sum of the weightage. Sum of the weightage means sum of all of this. For this case, 60 plus 25 plus 15, you get nicely 100. But not all the time this one will be 100. It could be 25, 25, 10. Okay, so it might not add up to be equal to 100. It's fine as well. Okay, just the weightage itself. Okay, so for this case, the answer is just 134.25. Means overall for this whole thing, with the weightage taken into account, the price, the composite index is 134.25. Means like it increased by 34.25%. Okay. All right. Next, so composite index is given by this. Okay, so now let's see what's missing here. I give you what is the composite index for this whole thing, but you need to find what is the price index here. Okay, so reverse process. Okay, it's a reverse thing here. So composite index is this. So I have to write down the formula. Left hand side is 120. 120 is equals to this one multiplied by this one multiplied by this one multiplied by this one. On top, add all of them up, then divide by this thing, add them up. So you see it's 15, right? It's not 100 now. Okay, so what do? I have only variable on top. This one I can make it to be 10 already. Multiply over the other side. Sorry, 15. Sorry, I saw it wrongly. So then you multiply over. So divide by 4, you get the answer 105. Okay, not very difficult, right? So you are given index, composite index, and find the given information inside the question here. This is slightly easier. The next one is slightly harder. Okay, so here, hence x is 105. When the x is in the weightage, then it gets a bit tricky. Okay, let's see. So again, we know the composite index is 96. Then you see top and bottom both are having x. Okay, the top is this one multiplied by this one, plus this one multiplied by this one, plus this one multiplied by this one. Bottom is this one plus this one plus this one, which gives you 8 plus x. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, no way that you can divide this thing. So you have to multiply over, arrange the term, and put x on one side, number on the other side. Alright, so that's what we get. Then move the x terms to one side and the number term to the other side. And I get that one. So x is equal to 2. Okay, so x is equal to 2 is a weightage for the keyboard. Alright, great. So after this, I'll just dive in to talk about more partial problems. Okay, maybe 4 of them. Each of them, there are 4 parts. So why do I do that? Because it's very important for you to get used to the format of the exam. Okay, if I give you this one, it's very simple. Okay, you just calculate it. So these things will be hidden in your question here. Maybe this is part A, that's part B, then there are like 3rd and 4th part. Okay, then you need some extra effort. Okay, so let's see more questions in the next lesson.